It's going to be hard for David Eby to walk back on this ban.
Minister is appealing for provinces to return American alcohol to government store shelves. Will BC's Premier reverse his hard stance against that move?
Without water security, we can't grow food.
With the Coxsackie River at less than half its normal flow, farmers are joining First Nations in sounding the alarm.
It's a space that for many years wasn't utilized, but now with the support of my neighbors and friends and people in the creative communities of Nanaimo, we are transforming it.
What was once considered a red zone in Nanaimo is becoming a secret garden of sorts, a special, safe place for families to enjoy. CHEK News starts now. Good evening. Thanks very much for being with us tonight. Canada-U.S. Trade Minister Dominic LeBlanc is back in Washington to hammer out the final details of a potential trade deal with Donald Trump's top trade official.
Canadians expect us to get a deal that's in the economic interest of Canada and Canadian workers. We're very close. We continue to make progress.
But it's not a done deal just yet. The new Canada-U.S. trade agreement is still limping across the finish line. Officials say they're ironing out the final details before the new deadline on Saturday. If a deal does get signed, it will be up to Prime Minister Mark Carney to try and sell it to Canadians. And it could be one of his biggest tests yet. He was elected on a promise to stand up to Donald Trump. Now, one of Canada's biggest bargaining chips in the trade war is the ban on U.S. liquor. Yesterday, though, the Prime Minister urged the provinces to drop that ban, something that's been in place in BC since March 2025. Jordan Cunningham is live tonight with the latest. Jordan, what's the response been from David Eby's office to this?
Thank you, Stacey. Well, first of all, it's hard to believe it's been almost 18 months since the stores at BCLC, or rather the shelves at BCLC stores, were stocked with U.S. liquor. And if you had great anticipation as to what the response would be from BC's Premier, well, chances are you were neither shaken nor stirred with the statement. Now, we won't take you through the whole thing, but Eby says BC, quote, stands with Team Canada and that he's hopeful about the possibility of an agreement. He goes on to say, agreement or not, we will not go back to the way things were before. Now, as it pertains to dropping the liquor ban, it's tough to distill what exactly Eby's stance is on that. Just last month, he doubled down on the government resolve, emphatically stating that there was, quote, no way in hell the province would back down on its stance to ban American booze. Now, I followed up to get some clarification on those remarks today, but I was told by the Premier's office to refer to the statement and that more will be said after an agreement has been reached. With no definitive answers to any of this, an opposition critic says this puts Eby in a tough spot.
He has tried to get a lot of political capital out of fighting with Donald Trump rather than actually engaging with the provincial opposition here in BC. It's going to be hard for David Eby to walk back on this ban because so much of his political posturing over the last year and a half has been all about blaming the Americans for his own economic failures over the last 9 years.
As for the other provinces, Manitoba Premier Wab Kinew said the Prime Minister was virtually begging the premiers to make this concession. Quebec Premier Christine Frechette said lifting the ban was possible, dependent on how trade terms will affect Quebec's economy. Now, Wab Kinew also brought up a good point, saying whether or not the premiers, including David Eby, choose to walk back on this liquor ban, that the power ultimately rests in our hands, the consumer. His advice, if U.S. booze does go back on the shelf, don't buy it. Simple as that. Actually, a Nanos poll from last month did find that 69% of Canadians would not go back to buying U.S. liquor if it was indeed back on the shelves. So, Stacey, deal or no deal, it appears that our tastes might in fact be shifting.
They may have, and it may be indeed, Jordan. Thanks so much for the update on this. Jordan Cunningham reporting live for us tonight. On Checkpoint tonight, we want to know, do you think U.S. alcohol products should be returned to BC government liquor stores? You can vote at checknews.ca. We will share results with you a little bit later in the newscast. A Port Alberni man has been given a 22-year sentence after being convicted of charges including sexual interference involving people under the age of 14 and 16. Sean Pater was sentenced on August 11th to 22 years in prison. He was convicted of 1 count of sexual interference involving a person under 14, 2 counts of sexual interference involving someone under 16, and 1 count of sexual assault. 7 people were arrested after police executed a search warrant in the 1500 block of Christmas Avenue in Saanich at about 8:15 this morning. The Greater Victoria Emergency Response Team and Saanich police officers seized a significant quantity of illicit drugs and several weapons which police believe to be stolen. 6 people were arrested in connection to this ongoing drug trafficking and stolen property investigation. 1 person was taken into custody on an unrelated outstanding warrant. Crime Stoppers has released new photos and video of a vehicle believed to be a vehicle of interest in a dog shooting last October. It happened on October 19th in the 2500 block of Farmer Drive when 2 dogs were shot. 3-year-old Riptide survived, but 15-year-old Silo died at the scene. At the time, their owners told CHEK News they were devastated and confused why their dogs were targeted. Anyone with information on the vehicle, a 2008 to 2010 Toyota Corolla, its occupants, or the shooting itself, should call Souk RCMP. The Coxsara River is running at less than half its normal flow for this time of year, and Cowichan Tribes is warning the low water is putting fish at risk. And there's a renewed call for the people across the valley to conserve water as farmers and residents grapple with increasingly dry conditions. Chadis Leo brings us the story.
Shallow waters along the edge of the Coxsara River can be seen for kilometers. Just up the road from the river, farmer Katie Ehrlich knows all too well the challenges the river faces year after year.
So you never anticipated 25 years ago that water was going to be an issue?
Yeah, and the way that it's been, how the government has worked with farmers, it's been super disappointing.
Ehrlich is doing her best to comply with the constant ask to conserve water due to low water levels in the valley during the summer.
We're very conscientious about the amount of water we use.
Cowichan Tribes and its land department, Lulu Mexon, is warning people the conditions along the Coxsara River right now don't look good.
Flow levels along the Coxsara River are now sitting at critical lows, putting major stress on local fish populations. Cowichan Tribes says the river doesn't have headwater lakes or a weir to help regulate flow during hot, dry stretches, and they're urging everyone in the valley to cut back on non-essential water use for now.
While water levels are typically low in the river this time of year, the latest BC River Forecast Center data from August 19th shows stream flows are well below normal, only 46% of median, or less than half its historical flows for this time of the year. And the province's drought portal raised the river's water scarcity level rating today from moderate to high.
Not surprised at all. With a warning from the tribes.
Allison Nicholson is the Area E Director for the CVRD and a member of the Coxsara Watershed Group. Her greatest concerns revolve around forestry practices along the river.
You know, things are changing far faster than government processes and policies and regulations seem to be able to adapt, and the community is really challenged. Yeah, there's a lot of anger, a lot of denial, a lot of grief.
The Ministry of Water, Land and Resource Stewardship says it continues to closely monitor conditions on the river and that it's working with partners, including Cowichan Tribes, to develop a long-term sustainability plan for the Coxsara. Back at Adelaide Farms.
What else are you growing over here?
Oh, we have winter squash.
Elbrook has installed a rain well system to get her farm through the hot, dry summers. She doesn't directly pull from the Coxsara River, but her farming neighbors do.
Yeah, I really respect the farmers in the Coxsara watershed,
as they deal with another summer of low levels and continued concerns about the river's future.
The Alberni Valley Rescue Squad sharing details of a rescue they responded to late Tuesday afternoon on the West Coast Trail. The person needing help had a medical emergency about a kilometer south of the Pachena Bay Information Center. After a sea fog rolled in, ending plans for a long line rescue, a team went in by foot and got to the subject. A second team arrived with gear, and the person was safely brought to the beach and was later taken to Bamfield for further medical care. In March, we told you about an application to run an outdoor survival school on Crown land in East Souk Regional Park and the criticism that surrounded it. Now the BC government has rejected that application, which included construction of permanent buildings, a dock and vegetation clearing. The survival school, One with Nature, was hoping to use up to 71 hectares of Crown land for the proposal. Now the province, in its rejection, says the proposal could create significant land use conflicts, potential impacts to sensitive ecological and cultural values, and reduced public access. The Capital Regional District says it's supportive of the province's decision. The City of Victoria says beach entrances along Dallas Road are now numbered to help emergency crews responding to fires and other emergencies. New signage has been installed from Ogden Point to Gonzales Beach to identify each beach access number and also include information on hazards and regulations. The city says in an emergency, sharing the number with 911 will help first responders. A secret garden is opening up a long hidden portion of Nanaimo's oldest neighborhood. The space behind the historic buildings of Victoria Crescent is being transformed into a welcoming, family-friendly area to host concerts and markets. And as Sky Ryan tells us, it's part of a rejuvenation effort in an area that up until now has been known as the Red Zone.
Just beyond this busy downtown, Nanaimo's Victoria Crescent is a secret garden that for years has been hidden away behind the two oldest buildings in Nanaimo that are still in their original locations from the 1880s, a park that feels like stepping back in time.
It does feel like you've walked back in time. It's an amazing space with a lot of history and in a very important part of downtown Nanaimo.
For the first time, this space, now named the Backyard, is being opened up to the public, with these stairs built to accommodate a second exit for safety in order to host events, including concerts and markets.
It's a space that for many years wasn't utilized, but now with the support of my neighbors and friends and people in the creative communities of Nanaimo, we are transforming it.
It's unreal. Honestly, it's amazing to be a part of too. And
it's part of a grassroots-led effort by business owners to bring pride back to this city's core, to celebrate its history and huge heart that for years has been overshadowed by crime and social disorder.
The heart has always been here. There are people struggling. This is a reality, but it does not have to define a community. So together we are creating a space that is the opposite of that narrative.
And now, for the first time in years, every building along Victoria Crescent is occupied and businesses are open in them.
Which is amazing to see in the community.
Austin Sang opened his vintage shop here just months ago in the old Johnson's hardware store building that as a child he would shop at with his dad.
I always said, one day if I ever have the opportunity, I'm going to do something to wake up downtown Nanaimo, and I'm glad I actually came full circle 30 years later.
The Backyard will host a music and art event on August 29th, appropriately called Back to the Garden, as this gem that lay hidden for too long prepares to shine again.
Wonderful. What a great story. All right, speaking of great, it's time to check in with our Upside friends and find out what they're up to on a sunny Thursday. Oh, okay. It looks like we're in for a delicious Upside tonight, guys.
Man, doesn't it? Oftentimes when we feature a restaurant, we have one or two dishes out, but they have created an actual buffet for us here at the nice. Pier Bistro. Man, this is Tanis Wallace, a 13-year employee server
veteran,
here.
Yep.
A veteran,
yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Run us through this. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
So what do we have?
So these are our, popular items. We have the crab cake appetizer. That is the Thai salad with crab cakes, my personal favorite. That's mixed greens, cashews, crunchy noodles, our homemade peanut sesame dressing, all the flavors together. It's amazing. That is our crab shrimp cheese toast. our halibut salmon quiche, which is absolutely packed with halibut and salmon. Like, I mean, we're talking packed full of fish there. That is our halibut and chips with our homemade cut fries. You don't get any better than that.
No, you sure don't.
And then our fresh local sockeye salmon.
Wow.
And then our award-winning seafood clam chowder and crab cake combo, probably the most popular item on the menu for sure. We get people coming back years later saying they had this chowder and they never forgotten about it. And yeah, it's
that is a spread.
Amazing.
That is
really
a spread.
Yeah.
So 23 years, we're at the pier in Sydney, obviously. Yeah. And I mean, as great as the food is, that view's not too bad either.
I mean, look at that.
I mean, does it get any better than that?
No.
Does it?
How could it? So
Right, we got Mount Baker in the background. Yeah, I mean, we have whales come by, sea lions, seals, otters. There's boats happening. I mean, there's always something going on in the water.
So you must love coming to work every day.
It is not hard.
Not hard.
At all. I love my job.
You have a couple of spots inside in the restaurant. We'll try to show those as the show carries on here, but it's right on the water, basically.
Oh, yeah, you feel like you're hanging, like you're on a boat, especially in that front glassed-in patio. And it rocks a little bit, and well, not too much.
No.
Just so you know. I mean, no, it doesn't really.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's
neither do we anymore. We don't rock too much.
We certainly don't. Well, Tanis, thanks for walking us through the menu so far. We're going to see much more about the Pier Bistro. And by the way, Ed, you already broke rule number 1,
which is
no crabbing. You were crabbing just
I was just going to
to
start to go on about the government. Yeah, so I guess I can't do it here. Okay, well,
cut that out, but the Pier Bistro.
I like how they were wise enough not to bring out any cutlery.
We got to serve that in a minute. No.
Well, terrific, Tanis. Thanks very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Wow.
Thank you guys for coming in. Really
Absolutely
appreciate
our pleasure. Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'll take one of everything. Everything just looks spectacular.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, guys. Looking forward to finding out more in a little bit. See you soon. Also still to come on CHEK News tonight, another hit to the forest industry in this province with 2 more indefinite closures announced today. We'll have more on that and this.
It's less than 2 months away, so I would think that it would be very difficult for someone to run a serious campaign.
A former Victoria mayor says if the hats aren't in the ring by now, it's likely too late to take a shot at becoming Victoria's next mayor. We'll tell you who is running when CHEK News returns.
All hail Spamalot, the Tony-winning musical comedy that'll have you laughing your coconuts off. The Washington Post calls it the funniest musical on Broadway. Playing the Royal Theatre, August 28th through 30th. Tickets at rmts.bc.ca.
Now is a great time to help you set goals to help you reach financial success.
Maybe you want to reach that success by making a few updates to your home.
Or anything else you've been dreaming of accomplishing.
A Capital Direct FlexiLine can get you there.
How would you use $80,000, $280,000, or even $2.8 million?
For your best financial health, choose FlexiLine Fitness from Capital Direct.
Call us today.
CapitalDirect.ca.
We've been lucky enough to spend more than a century with you. And if there's one thing we've witnessed, it's this. Don't mistake kindness for complacency. Beneath the grin, there's grit. There's no can't in Canada. That's why we're doubling down here. And now, with Ford employee pricing, you pay what we pay.
At ComSense, craftsmanship and integrity come first. While others may use plywood with higher formaldehyde, at ComSense, we meet the safest standards using only the finest materials. From hidden dado joints, German drawer slides and hinges, and a variety of premium doors, we build our cabinets to last. Backed by a lifetime warranty. Get 10% off and a free sink and faucet. Visit ComSenseKitchenCabinets.com today. If it's quality, it's ComSense.
You're the apple of my eye. If you want my time, you better give me all of mine.
Archie Johnstone Plumbing and Heating, a full-service mechanical contractor since 1954. From emergency service to preventative maintenance, commercial to residential. Archie Johnstone Plumbing and Heating. We're plumb serious about plumbing. Visit us at ajph.com.
The Bald Range wildfire near Summerland is now more than 24,000 hectares in size. BC Wildfire says hot, dry conditions led to an increased fire activity over the last 24 hours. And the fact the fire is burning on tough terrain means it's likely going to keep growing. There are 122 active wildfires in the province right now, including 20 still burning on Vancouver Island. 7 on the island remain out of control, but they aren't near any properties or communities. Forestry company Domtar has indefinitely paused operations at its Howe Sound Mill and Bayview Fibre Chipping Facility in Port Mellon, marking another blow to the industry in BC. The news comes about 8 months after Domtar suddenly announced it was permanently closing its mill in Crofton. Roughly 350 people worked at the mill on Vancouver Island, and there is still uncertainty about what will happen to the decades-old site. This latest round of closures will impact roughly 400 workers and is being blamed on reduced demand. BC's Forest Minister calls it an immensely difficult day for the Sunshine Coast. Well, we're less than 2 months out from the municipal election. Victoria's mayor's race is getting clearer. 2 former mayoral candidates are throwing their hats in the ring, but past mayors and experts say it may be too late to run a serious campaign against the incumbent, Marianne Alto. Corey Sidoe has more.
Municipal election campaigns are daunting. You need a platform, money, and a good pair of running shoes to knock on a lot of doors. All the doors.
It's less than 2 months away, so I would think that it would be very difficult for someone to run a serious campaign.
Former Victoria Mayor Alan Lowe would know what it takes to run a successful campaign.
You need to be probably at least 6 months ahead.
With typically no big parties behind a candidate, developing a municipal campaign is slower, and there's not a lot of time left as candidate applications close in 3 weeks. That being said,
Victoria mayors never get acclaimed.
There's always a fight.
Nobody seems to be coming forward to go against the current mayor, so I decided I would take a second run.
Lyle Atkinson is making his second run at mayor after throwing his hat in the ring in 2022, receiving less than 1% of the vote.
I'm hoping to get a lead.
This year,
I own a small business. I'm a landlord, I'm a taxpayer, and I think it's time that Victoria got represented by just your common man.
Atkinson is campaigning on spending more on public safety enforcement, lower property taxes, and fewer bike lanes. Also throwing his name in the ring for mayor is Bruce McGeegan. The former professor and current consultant is set to formally announce his campaign at the end of next week. McGeegan previously ran for mayor in 2018 against Stephen Hammond and Lisa Helps, gunning for hard-knock fiscal management, before coming up fourth in the race with 8% of the vote.
She's a considerable incumbent.
They're all set up against Marianne Alto, seeking a second term in the mayor's seat, as well as an electorate that, for the last 2 elections, has voted left of center.
The voting public has given healthy margins to left of center candidates, Lisa Helps and Marianne Alto, about a 5,000 to 4,000 vote margin in elections going back some years now. It's going to be very difficult for, a low tax or business-minded or public safety-minded candidate to emerge.
Cutoff for council and mayoral candidates is September 11th.
With back to school just a few days away, a Nanaimo charity is appealing for donations to help families struggling to get their kids classroom ready.
Pencil cases. Oh, got some socks.
Dave Lawrence sorts through some donations that will help families send their kids back to school. The founder of Nanaimo's Fresh Start program, though, he says donations are down this year. And with time running out until kids go back to class, he's appealing to the community for support.
Typically, we would have raised close to $3,000 by now. We've only raised just over 1,000. So we're looking for more. So donations are needed.
The Fresh Start program typically helps 300 families. Lawrence says he expects the need to be even greater this year, given the current financial climate. In addition to cash donations, Fresh Start Nanaimo is particularly short of backpacks and kids' clothing. You can make a donation in person at 16A Victoria Crescent in Nanaimo or go to their Facebook page for more information.
It was such a big to-do that they were going and we were all horrible and racist and now they're coming back.
Harry and Meghan are set to return to live in the UK. We'll tell you all about it after a short break. Canadian dollar was up 1/5 of a cent to 72.54 US. The TSX fell 36 points. The Dow plunged nearly 704. The Nasdaq in the red nearly 264. Gold gained 26.10 an ounce, and oil added 244 to 86.83 a barrel.
Feel right at home with the Comfort Group.
Whether it's cold or hot outside, you need comfort inside. From Victoria to Campbell River, the Comfort Group is the name homeowners trust for total home comfort. Delivering heating and cooling built for the island climate, the Comfort Group is your local heat pump expert. Heating, cooling, and electrical. Trusted comfort for every home, for every season. The Comfort Group.
A groundbreaking community of care and connection is coming to Victoria. Kool-Aid Society's Crosstown, where some of Victoria's most vulnerable will have a chance to rebuild. At Kool-Aid's Crosstown, connection to critical support exists under one roof, including physical and mental health care, nutritious meals, and wellness programming, community connection and support, and safe, stable, long-term housing. Learn more about Crosstown and discover how you can help support Victoria's Kool-Aid Society.
Every visitor counts in Victoria. From small businesses to big events, see how the visitor economy powers our community's success.
What I really wanted to create at Better Acres right here on Government Street, which I tell everybody, is I'm bringing the country into the city. So this is much more than ice cream. It's about educating the consumer about we can make and grow local food here and what that looks like and what that tastes like. Destination Greater Victoria, as a member, has allowed me the exposure with editors, influencers, and people from all over the world to share the story and talk about Better Acres. We haven't even been open for a year, and we received literally global PR press. And so that partnership has not only allowed me and given me the opportunity of global exposure, it's brought that attention right through the door. This is actually the best place to be, and I'm really glad that I made that decision.
This is parent math, where packing light somehow equals 6 suitcases, where space is measured in kids, gear, and snacks, and where the shortest distance between 2 points is never a straight line. It's how Family Smart features, plus Canada's lowest price 7-passenger all-wheel drive minivan, somehow just adds up perfectly. Like I said, parent math. The new 2027 Chrysler Pacifica.
Senior Helpers starts with one simple question. What does care look like for you? No two families are alike, so our in-home services are tailored to your unique needs and the life you want your loved ones to continue enjoying at home. It's senior care, only better.
Our goal is to match every pet with a loving home, one adoption at a time. Donate now, and you can help give adoptable pets the home they deserve. PetSmart Charities of Canada. For pets, for people, for good.
The fun never stops at Wheel. You got it! It's a clone! You're a millionaire!
Wheel of Fortune, Monday to Saturday at 7 on CHEK.
This CHEK program is brought to you in part by the real rug washers at lovearug.com. Fall in love with your rug all over again.
When local news matters the most, CHEK now sends updates right to your inbox. Local news, local events, local people, 7 days a week. Subscribe on checknews.ca. Proudly supported by Bathfitter. Book your free consultation at bathfitter.com.
A gathering last night on the grounds of the BC Legislature in a show of support to the victims in Colombia following the deadly 7.4 magnitude earthquake that struck Western Colombia. Government figures released today show at least 312 people were killed by the August 10th quake, injuring more than 4,600 and destroying 29,000 homes. The government declared it a national disaster with at least 143 people missing. Ukrainian officials say a massive Russian attack on Kyiv and the surrounding region has killed at least 16 people. The overnight airstrikes lasted several hours and wounded 40 others. Scores of missiles and drones damaged 30 residential buildings, a school and a children's hospital. More than 38,000 people, including 2,000 children were forced to take shelter in the city's subway stations. Russia claims it hit a Kyiv industrial site involved in missile production. Ukraine's leader Volodymyr Zelensky is again urging allies to send more air defense missiles, but international stockpiles are low. Prince Harry and Meghan, along with their 2 children, are moving back to the United Kingdom. The couple gave up their royal duties and moved to California in 2020. As Crystal Gumansing reports, it is unclear just why they decided to return.
6 years after the Duke and Duchess of Sussex left the United Kingdom to start their new life in the United States, they are set to return. The Telegraph broke the story, and it's since been followed by other members of the British media, citing sources. King Charles reportedly only found out about Prince Harry's plans on Sunday. Now, we don't know exactly what the family plans to do here or how Prince Harry and Meghan Markle plan to make a living, considering they won't be returning to active royal duty. They will be living in the United Kingdom as regular citizens, as much as a royal can live a regular life. Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, the children, are scheduled to start school in England come September, so their move will happen relatively quickly. Though a lot of unanswered questions regarding the security of the family. Security was one of Prince Harry's main complaints and concerns, saying that he was going to leave in part because of his family's safety and security. The fact that they are coming back now is raising a lot of questions. It's unclear as to why they're moving. There was a family reunion between King Charles, Queen Camilla, Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and the 2 small children last month. In fact, it was the first time that the royals saw the grandchildren in 4 years, so it could be the start of mending some fences. But when it comes to the British public, well, they are mixed on the family's return.
Like any press, the English press was quite ruthless with her and like their families. So, but I'm assuming that if they've chosen to come back to the UK, they're probably well equipped and ready to handle anything.
It's such a big to-do that they were going, and we were all horrible and racist, and now they're coming back.
I think the whole royal family is kind of shambles, to be honest.
One thing is certain, there will be a lot of interest on the family when they do return, and that may lead to more questions about the family's security, especially all of the media interest around the 2 small children who have not been exposed to the British media, the British public, and their interest in the royal family.
Health Check is brought to you by Maycock Eye Care, helping you keep sight of what's important since 1949.
Moderna and Merck are reporting some encouraging results from an mRNA cancer vaccine trial. They say the experimental and personalized treatment could help prevent melanoma from spreading and returning. But as Shoshana Reed reports, some key questions remain.
Drug makers Moderna and Merck share prices surging after early results from its phase 3 clinical trial for an mRNA vaccine for melanoma. The companies say the treatment reduced cancer from returning and spreading.
There's a chance that you have an increased ability to be disease-free and for a potentially extended period of time.
Still, details are few. Merck and Moderna did not release specific data on the long-term survival of patients or how much they benefited. The ongoing trial enrolled more than 1,100 high-risk patients with varying stages of melanoma that had been surgically removed. Some were given Merck's immunotherapy drug alone, already commonly used in cancer treatment, or the drug plus an individualized mRNA cancer vaccine tailored to the patient and their own tumor.
It's given to the patient to teach their immune system how to identify cancer cells better. In case there's a cancer cell roaming around, then the immune system by itself can just go in and kill it.
The companies also cited encouraging results in an earlier, smaller phase 2 trial. Experts say a lot is still unknown.
We don't know whether the same level of improvement was present in the phase 3 as we saw in the phase 2.
A number of clinical trials are underway for similar treatments for lung, bladder, and pancreatic cancers. Advocates say these advancements are needed.
We are still losing 3 people every day in Canada to melanoma.
Magnifying glass.
This year, it's estimated 11,000 Canadians will be diagnosed with melanoma, many eagerly awaiting new treatments. Still,
The process does take time.
the drug still needs to finish phase 3. Then regulator approval is required and pricing will be set.
Unfortunately, the patients who are now having melanoma will not be able to access this. Hopefully, our government and our healthcare system will push, in case the data shows that degree of positivity, to try to access it as soon as possible.
Merck and Moderna say they plan to publish the complete data from the phase 3 trials and present their findings this fall.
The first level was installed last week. Took 2 days to put all of the modules in place for last week.
A new arts center is under construction in Langford. It's a first of its kind in North America, built with modules. It's set to be open in a matter of months. We'll tell you all about it next.
I'm Ed Bain. Your full island forecast is coming up. But first, here's a look at weather around the world. Cloudy and 17 for Cape Town, South Africa today. Over in the UK, London had a few showers and 22. And sunny and warm again for Rome at 33 degrees.
Weather around the world is brought to you by ComSense Cabinets. Designed for your space, built for your life. This CHEK program is brought to you in part by West Shore Towing. Here, there, and everywhere.
An empty nest can be tough. And again, out with the old and in with a lot of new. That's right, Eddie. Win big with the Empty Nest Exchange Contest.
Upgrade your pots, pans, and so much more thanks to Whisk Victoria.
Fill your fridge with groceries from the Old Farm Market and prepared meals from Refire Kitchen.
And take that trip you've put off because Adventure Clothing is giving away beautiful new luggage.
No kids? No problem.
Anyone can win the Empty Nest Exchange. Enter at checknews.ca.
The winner will be announced September 8th live on the Upside during CHEK News.
It's the final Monster Truck Weekend of 2026 at Saratoga Speedway. The Help Village Dream Foundation presents the Malicious Monster Truck Tour August 22nd to the 23rd. 3 car-crushing shows for the whole family. Tickets available at SaratogaRacing.ca. Saratoga Speedway, Vancouver Island's home of speed.
You know, we have a special occasion this year.
Yes, we do.
Hello? Still with me?
Come with me.
Experience Barclay's exclusive private bridal showroom. Create heirloom quality jewelry in an intimate setting by appointment only. Barclay's Fine Jewelers. Jewelry to tell your story.
Looking for a truck? Come to Victoria's Truck Center. At Jenner, we have mid-size, half-ton, and heavy-duty trucks. When our name's on the back of your truck, you know you got the best deal. At Jenner Chevrolet Buick GMC, still on the Old Island Highway.
Realistically, is there room for too many fridges? Because Kristen might bring one, and obviously I'm bringing one. I don't have boxes and boxes, boxes. Oh my God, Mom, what if she's a morning person?
Check off your list for less with back-to-class savings at Canadian Tire.
What if a frog gets in my lunchbox and I can't eat the frog, so...
I gotta say, you guys have made it very difficult to come up with movie ideas. There's just no drama or tension. You could basically skip everything. It's okay. I don't blame you.
Cooper Pacific offers a personal approach to investing with long-term stability.
Our funds provide you with income and growth while supporting local development.
Backed by generations of experience and a strong commitment to the island.
Visit cooperpacific.ca.
There's a belief that only dealerships have the tools to properly diagnose your vehicle. The truth is, Budget Auto Centers invest in advanced diagnostic equipment and factory-level software. We can read what your car is telling us accurately.
No question. Absolutely. 100%.
Your vehicle is in capable hands. Trusted service since 1972.
I read somewhere that they don't even count the ballots. Now, what was that for?
I had to fact check you. Come on.
Up we go. I can't even remember where I read that.
Since Breaking ground in April, construction for Langford's new Community Arts and Culture Childcare Centre is moving quickly thanks to a type of construction that's one of the first of its kind for a commercial building in the country. Eden Chipperfield has more on the project.
This construction site is the future home of a new Community Arts and Cultural Childcare Centre in Langford on Glen Lake Road.
Daycare is going to be on the bottom, the Arts Centre on the top. And this is going to be a great asset for the public.
The project first broke ground in April and is already making significant progress towards its projected opening scheduled for spring 2027.
What we're seeing here today is the second floor of the City of Langford's Child Care and Arts Centre being installed. So the first level was installed last week. Took 2 days to put all of the modules in place for last week.
What makes this project unique is how it's being built. Volumetric mass timber uses prefabricated modular units complete with doors and windows that arrive on site ready to be stacked like blocks.
This is the first of its kind commercial building in North America. This is wood from BC, made in BC. 2 weeks ago, there was nothing here. A week ago, there was some base units. And today, we now have these 2 stories sitting here. Of a building that's going to be opened in 6-7 months.
When completed, the facility will have 49 childcare spaces for kids up to 5 years old. The center will also include a pottery studio, art room, dance studio, and music room. The modular construction doesn't only mean it will go up faster, but will reduce waste and lower costs.
All of the detail that you see in the buildings, the cabinets, the lighting, and the plumbing, and all of the HVAC in these buildings, all has to be really thought through because of the modular approach. But once you get that and the manufacturer can build it in the factory, then all of that thinking is done.
The $10.6 million project is being funded by all 3 levels of government. Once open, it will be run by West Shore Parks and Recreation.
All right, back out to the lovely Sydney by the Sea and the Pier Bistro. Ed, it's equally as lovely inside as it is outside. What a great spot.
Is it ever? I mean, it feels so nautical in here for sure. It's a nice little spot. People are enjoying their food here. And I'll tell you what, they've got some great spots that you can reserve if you really want to get the feeling of what it's like to be in the water. I'm just going to show you where one of the reserved spots you can get a hold of right there, right on the waters. I think there's 3 of those spots out there that just overhang on the restaurant. What a cool spot to enjoy some great food here at the Pier Bistro in Sydney. So make a note to get out here and enjoy it. And try to do that either tonight or tomorrow before things change a little bit in the weather. We've got some cloudier, cooler conditions coming, but as far as tomorrow goes, we're still in some heat. Let's go to the Futurecast here. We'll show you a couple of things at play. We've got high pressure up top, and you can see that low just started to kind of bump its way in here down to the south. So that is going to start to push in some cloud cover once that ridge kind of weakens off. So we're still sunny and warm tomorrow. It'll be as warm as 31 for the Alberni Valley tomorrow. But by Saturday, the cloud gets pushed in, the cooler air starts to flood down, and we're going to see temperatures drop by about 8 or 9 degrees. All right, let's go to the north here. Take a look at the next 24 hours. So the cloud will increase overnight tonight. Fog building in and staying through the early part of tomorrow morning before the sunshine gets through that. It's a 19-degree day there for Port Hardy, Port McNeill, and Port Alice. High 20s for Sayward in mostly sunshine on Friday. Here's the west side now. Clear down to 11 on the coast, about 13 for the Alberni Valley. Nice day for Tofino, low 20s, mostly sunshine, no fog issues tomorrow. And in the Alberni Valley, we'll see a hot one here. 31 will feel like 35 with the humidity tomorrow for Port Alberni and for Lake Cowichan as well. Into the east section, clear and mild tonight down to 13. Mostly clear and warm tomorrow, 28. Will feel like 33. That's the Humidex feeling. Same deal for Nanaimo, Ladysmith, and Duncan. 14 overnight tonight. Clear sky, 1 or 2 clouds tomorrow. At best, about a 30-degree high tomorrow. And again, the Humidex will drive that to feel like about 35. So it's going to be a hot Friday before the change-up comes on the weekend. Down to the south, Greater Victoria, Sydney here. We're going to be staying under this beautiful clear sky tonight at 13 degrees. Cloud cover will start to increase tomorrow afternoon. So we'll go to 26 tomorrow. That will feel like about 31, 30 over on Salt Spring. And then again, as we mentioned, this weekend has a different look. We'll take a look at that very soon here. But first, let's get to our BC map and show you the conditions here around BC. Boy, hot, smoky, and air quality issues again for Kamloops and Kelowna. 38 for Kamloops is high tomorrow, 35 into Kelowna, 24 for Vancouver, about 30 out in the valley. Yellow air quality warnings up for Kamloops, Kelowna, Penticton, also for Cranbrook tomorrow. They'll hit 34. Prince George will get 30 in mostly sunshine on Friday. Coast to coast we go. Here's the across Canada picture. High 20s into both Calgary and Edmonton. Full sunshine for Calgary. Full sunshine for both Saskatoon and Regina at 26. Winnipeg with a possible thunder shower at 25. Then a mix into Thunder Bay. Full sun for Toronto in 26. And mostly sunshine for Ottawa and Montreal as well in the mid-20s. High 20s for Halifax with mostly cloud cover there. And a few breaks of sunshine in the cloud for St. John's at 23. All right, to the North Ottawa we go. So you can see the change starting to happen as early as Saturday. So it's a mix of 19 for Friday. And then things slip to 16s and 17s in cloud cover. Showers do get in here Monday, Tuesday, and probably Wednesday, although that chance is lesser at 30%, and temperatures staying in the mid-teens for all of that stretch there for the North Ottawa. Now, to the central here, we actually have a periods of rain forecast for Sunday. So Friday, we're dry, sunny, and hot at 28. A few showers into Saturday's forecast at 23. Then we drop to 20, so now we're below seasonal in periods of rain for Sunday. Back to a mix of sun and cloud for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It's been a long time since we've been able to say periods of rain on any of these maps, and we won't be able to say it for the South Island, but we will say showers by Sunday. So as far as tomorrow goes, it's a mix in 26, cloudy and 24 Saturday. Then that shower chance at 60%. Temperature drops to 18 by the end of the weekend. Low 20s, though, for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. All 3 days in a mix of sun and cloud. All right, to our celebrations tonight. This is one of the largest amounts of celebrations I think I've ever had. So I think we've got 21 in total tonight. We've had to split them between both newscasts. So if you don't see your anniversary or birthday that you submitted here, you will see it during our 6 o'clock newscast. So happy anniversary to Vern and Judy Desmond on behalf of Country Grocers. 60 years in Qualicum Beach and 60 years in the Nanaimo for Tom and Diane Brown. Anniversary for Gerald and Helen Christoph in Cloverdale. They're celebrating 60 years today. And for Kate and John Roberts, happy 60th to you in Shawnigan Lake. Anniversary for Dawn and Linda Wilson today. 60 years together right here in Sydney. And an anniversary for Linda and Art Walker. They are celebrating 66 years in Victoria. And a anniversary for Bert and Enos Fat. 72 years. What an anniversary. Remarkable number that is. 72 years for Bert and Enos here in beautiful Sydney by the Sea. And now the birthdays. Jack Perry turning 91 today in Victoria. Peter Sosnowski turning 92. And Peter lives in Victoria. Two more on this list. Peggy Knappett turning 95 today. So happy 95th to you, Peggy. And a happy 99th birthday to Elmer Saturmo over in Powell River as he enjoys a 99th birthday today. So congratulations to everybody. Why not celebrating? We're going to celebrate with a trip out here to the Pier Bistro and enjoy some of the great food. We're going to show you some of that again on the upside. Jeff standing by with some of the great servers out here, and you're going to get at least a visual taste of what they serve up here at the Pier Bistro, Stacey.
Not entirely satisfying to get a visual taste, Ed, but no. I guess it'll have to do for now. All right, thanks so much.
Okay.
A great crowd on hand last night as the Victoria Shamrocks hosted the Coquitlam Adanacs for Game 3 of the WLA Final. Series tied at 1 heading into this one, and it was a back-and-forth battle. Both teams showing off some firepower and strong defense. It was 4-4 after 2, but Coquitlam scored the only goal of the third en route to a 5-4 win. The Adanacs take a 2-1 series lead, and it was their goalie, Christian Del Bianco, who stole the show, stopping 55 of 59 shots, named first star. Game 4 goes tomorrow night in Coquitlam.
In fact, as Alex will be the in-home, as here's McDougall, and that one's in.
Meantime, it was a much better news for the Victoria Junior Shamrocks playing in the semi-final of the Minto Cup in Calgary last night. The Junior Chamois were incredible in this one, taking it to the Calgary Mountaineers by a 9-2 final, scoring at will. And with that win, the Junior Rocks advanced to the Minto Cup final, which is a best-of-3 championship series. They will be facing the tournament host, Calgary Raiders. Game 1 goes tomorrow. Victoria looking to win its 4th Minto Cup and the first since 1988.
Checkpoint is brought to you by Traveland RV, now in the Cowichan Valley and Parksville. Get your affordable, reusable vacation today.
Our Checkpoint question tonight, do you think U.S. alcohol products should be returned to BC government liquor stores? And our web poll results show that 73% of you say no, keep those American booze products off government store shelves. 27% say, yep, go ahead, bring them back. Much more still to come. We will head back out to Sydney and check in with Jeff King. The Upside is coming up.
The Real Estate Report is presented by Rennie. Make confident real estate decisions with real-time intelligence. Trusted throughout British Columbia.
Median days on market for homes sold in the last 7 days was 43 in Greater Victoria versus 36 on the rest of Vancouver Island.
The Real Estate Group's strategic marketing plan makes selling your home easy by exposing your home to more qualified buyers. With our experience of thousands of successful transactions, let's sell your home fast for top dollar.
Save the Fraser. Sign the declaration and join the Fraser River Challenge to protect 30% of the rivershed by 2030. Visit fraserriverkeeper.ca.
It's never been better to buy early. Get your BC Children's Hospital Dream Lottery tickets now for 88 early prize draws, including our $70,000 appreciation bonus. Deadline, midnight, August 21st. Order today at bcchildren.com.
Save big on Canada's best mattress brands. It's all part of the Sleep Better sale happening this weekend at The Brick. It's a department-wide, store-wide celebration of sleep, including sleeper sectionals, recliners, and more. This Sealy Crown Jewel Resort Queen mattress is 40% off. And this Beautyrest Black Hotel mattress is only $14.99. Plus, get the King for the price of the Queen. And rest easy, knowing you can take 36 months to pay with no interest. The Brick, saving you more.
At Kia Victoria, we believe that businesses should give back to the community that supports them. As a family business, that's something we take seriously. That's why we collect thousands of socks for people in need, run food drives, support local programs and charities, and sponsor kids' sports teams across the South Island. We're proud to be part of this community, and we're truly grateful for the Islanders who trust us with their business year after year.
Why do we do it, Travis? Because it's the right thing to do.
Kia Victoria, on government at Hillside.
Relax. Duradex got you covered.
Lysol Brand New Day Mango range. With the same Lysol protection you trust, plus the amazing scent of mango. You'll be ready for anything.
Living in the best community deserves the best towing services with 24/7 fast, safe, and reliable assistance. You may not know what the road will throw at you, but know your community tow truck company has you covered. West Shore Towing, here, there, and everywhere.
Explosions, high-flying stunts, and three angels who never miss their mark. Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, and Lucy Liu star in Charlie's Angels.
That's kicking your...
Friday at 8 on CHEK.
You saved his life. He saved his life.
The Good Doctor, premiering September 9th on CHEK. The Upside is brought to you by IBEW Local 230.
All right, Jeff joins us from Sydney and the Pier Bistro. Jeff, where else would you want to be on a beautiful summer evening than the Pier Bistro? Holy smokes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know we got a tough gig here, don't we? Yeah, but we're doing all right. Mount Baker in the background, the boats are coming by, and the food is excellent, and the service is even better. This is Kennedy next to me, Selena, and Corey, who's the chef on the far side. And Chef, I'm going to start with you, because with all this great food in front of us, you know, what's your favorite, or what's your go-to, or what do you like to cook?
Well, I like getting into the specials and all the sort of the eclectic sort of fun stuff, but my favorite here is probably our crab cake and Thai salad.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, people brag about the chowder.
The chowder, it's award-winning.
Is it?
Yep. Yeah, we've had the same recipe for 20 years, and people just love it.
All
we
right,
sell out almost every day, make it fresh every day.
Really? Yeah.
Yep.
So you've been here for 23 years.
Yep.
You two have not been here that long. Obviously, Kennedy, I'll start with you.
Yeah.
What do you love about working here?
How I describe it, is it feels like a Hallmark movie. You know, and those like cheesy movies where you're like, oh, let me just go to work, everyone's happy, the customers are happy. I've rarely had like any angry customers. Everyone's in good spirits. Food's good.
Yeah, food is excellent.
Yeah, I'll agree with Corey on the Thai salad.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That's your go-to?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
And Selena, how about you? What do you love about working here?
I love everything, to be completely honest. I started here 2 years ago, and I go back and forth. I travel a lot, but I always seem to come back because it's just such a good vibe. The whole staff gets along really well. All the customers are regulars. Like, it's just like a big family.
Yeah.
It's really
I mean, when you get down here, so we're at the end of the pier. We're in Sydney, obviously. You're meeting people from all over the world, Kennedy.
Yeah, tons. I met a couple from South Carolina the other day, and I said, what are you doing here? And they said, how can we not? It's gorgeous. And I was like, okay, wow, yeah.
And I met someone from South Africa when we were just hanging out here. How about you, Selena?
Sorry?
Yeah, who do you meet? Who have you met?
Oh.
From around the world, I'm sure. All different countries.
Yeah, tons of people. I had a couple the other day here that was actually from Egypt. It was a family, and they said that they come back to Vancouver Island and they always make their way back here.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they love the chowder and the Thai salad and crab cakes. That's just a hit. I ate that for 3 months straight when I first started here.
I've not been out here in a while. Talk about the bikers that come out here, because we're talking about people from around the world, but your bread and butter must be the locals, especially when you get into the winter time, and cyclists. This is a huge stop for people on their bikes.
Yep, they come here on Sundays in droves, and during the week we have people coming all the way from Souk on their bikes. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
And people just keep coming back.
Yeah, and the view. Talk about the view, Mount Baker and everything else going on.
Yeah, sometimes we see whales.
Yeah.
We have some seals that hang out over there, and they come out here sometimes. So it's just a nice place to work. It's calming. Food's good, and like she said, it's like family. Like all of us are like a little family.
Yeah, I like that.
With the customers too.
Yeah.
And the customers, we'll talk about that, Corey.
Absolutely. Like I say, we have all kinds of locals that come here all through the winter, rain or shine. They love coming down to storm watch in the in the middle of dead of winter. Again, we had a couple from Texas that came back from last year. And, they just keep asking for the staff. They seem to know us by name. It's wonderful. It's such a good vibe.
I love that. Donna May, give us a wave at least back there. There she is. Donna May didn't want to come. Yeah, there she is. She didn't want to come on camera, but we're going to get her on air all the same. Brag about Donna May a little bit. She's been here 23 years since day one.
Man. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, she takes care of us, and we take care of her.
Yeah. Any dirt on Donna May?
I got lots, but I got to keep my job.
That's right.
It's PG over here, all right? We got to keep our job.
Well, the locals. Speak about the locals, because, we're talking about the tourists, but without the locals, and you must get to know a lot of people that come here for lunch, monthly or weekly.
Yeah. Well, we have these two named Kelly and Kay. Shout out Kelly and Kay.
Oh, yeah, Kelly and Kay.
They're the sweetest. It's a mom and her son, and they come in at least once a week, and they'll just sit down. And she really likes to talk to all the servers, and so does Kelly, and it just feels like they're our friends, not just like our customers.
I went to high school with Kelly.
Yeah.
Oh, did you? That's how small a world it is.
Yeah.
Okay, we won't ask what year, Cora.
Many moons ago.
Listen, thanks for having us here. Thanks for the hospitality. And these are the smiling faces you're going to see here at the Pier Bistro. The smiling faces, the great food, and the amazing view. So Pier Bistro, I suggest you get out here soon.
Yeah. I can hear seagulls in the background, who I think are setting their sights on that table full of delicious-looking food there, guys.
I'll watch out for it.
Okay.
Play D.
Good. I am sad to say I've never been to the Pier Bistro, and I absolutely intend to go. It looks amazing.
Let's go.
Wonderful. Let's go. Let's go right now. Okay.
No.
We got a little bit of business to take care of first,
Paul. Yeah, I got an hour to take care of here first.
Yes, and we're going to be talking about just the U.S. booze ban, how the Prime Minister now asking provinces to reverse that booze ban, getting some mixed reviews. So we'll have more on that. A crazy story this afternoon. A small plane had to make an emergency landing on a BC highway. So we got some pictures coming in of that. And we're going to have another follow on the Edmonton Marathon situation because this couldn't be a bigger mess. They said it wasn't the wrong distance, and now they're saying, yes, actually it was. And now we're actually hearing from some runners who are quite frustrated. So that's all coming up and more.
All right, that sounds great. Paul, thanks so much. That's a wrap for me. I'm Stacey Ross. Thanks so much for spending part of your evening with us. I hope you have a good one. I'll see you back here again tomorrow. In the meantime, stay right where you are. Paul's up next with CHEK News at 6. Take care.
Tonight, U.S. booze battle.
We got plenty of good alcohol here in Canada.
Why it's proving to be a key piece of trade talks. Sounding the alarm.
This would just be a temporary solution.
Farmers join the chorus calling for water conservation in Cowichan. Plus, thinking inside the box.
These are the ones that came from the shavings.
The BC company turning wood waste into packaging. This is CHEK News at 6.
Canadians expect us to get a deal that's in the economic interest of Canada and Canadian workers. We're very close. We continue to make progress.
Well, it's not a done deal just yet, but the new Canada-U.S. trade agreement is still limping across the finish line. Officials say they're ironing out the final details before the new deadline on Saturday. Now, if a deal does get signed, it will be up to Prime Minister Mark Carney to try and sell it to Canadians. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. One of the biggest bargaining chips in this trade war is the ban of U.S. booze by several provinces since last March. The Prime Minister now asking provinces to remove that ban as a sign of goodwill, which seems to be getting mixed reviews. Jordan Cunningham covering that story tonight. Jordan, last month Premier David Eby had some choice words for removing the ban. What's his stance now?
Thank you, Paul. Yes, choice words indeed. Downright colorful, if you ask me, but there was no colorful language used this time round, and it's hard to believe it's been almost 18 months since the shelves at BCLC stores were stocked with U.S. liquor. And if you had great anticipation as to what the Premier would say in the statement, well, chances are you were neither shaken nor stirred. We won't take you through the whole statement, but Eby says that BC stands with Team Canada and that he's hopeful about the possibility of an agreement. He goes on to say, agreement or not, we will not go back to the way things were before. Now, as it pertains to dropping the liquor ban, kind of tough to distill what exactly Eby's stance is on that. Just last month, he doubled down on the government's resolve, as we mentioned, emphatically stating that there was, quote, no way in hell the province would back down on its stance to ban American booze. Now, I followed up today to get some clarification on yesterday's statement, but I was told by the Premier's office to refer to that statement and that more will be said after an agreement has been reached. With no definitive answers to the liquor ban, an opposition critic says that puts Eby in a tight spot.
He has tried to get a lot of political capital out of fighting with Donald Trump rather than actually engaging with the provincial opposition here in BC. It's going to be hard for David Eby to walk back on this ban because so much of his political posturing over the last year and a half has been all about blaming the Americans for his own economic failures over the last 9 years.
As for the other provinces, Manitoba Premier Wab Kinew said the Prime Minister was virtually begging the premiers to make this concession. Quebec Premier Christine Frechette said lifting the ban was possible, dependent on how trade terms will affect Quebec's economy. Now, Wab Kinew also brought up a good point, saying that regardless of the Premier's stance, including David Eby, on whether they're going to walk this one back, that the power ultimately rests in our hands, the consumer's hands. His advice, if U.S. booze goes back on the shelf, don't buy it. Simple as that. A Nanos poll, Paul, from last month actually found 69% of Canadians would not go back to buying U.S. products if and when they go back on the shelf. So that suggests that maybe our tastes have shifted away from the likes of Johnny Walker, Jim Beam, Jack Daniels, and his friends.
Indeed.
I think I missed a few there, but
yeah,
you get the
he's
point.
got quite a lot of friends. Canadian beer is stronger as well. Good stuff, Jordan. Jordan Cunningham in Victoria tonight. Well, as we mentioned last night, the Coxsila River in the Cowichan Valley is running very low right now, putting local fish population at risk. Tonight, farmers are joining the chorus calling for water conservation. Here's Chadis Leo.
Shallow waters along the edge of the Coxsila River can be seen for kilometers. Just up the road from the river, farmer Katie Ehrlich knows all too well the challenges the river faces year after year.
So you never anticipated 25 years ago that water was going to be an issue?
Yeah, and the way that it's been, how the government has worked with farmers, it's been super disappointing.
Ehrlich is doing her best to comply with the constant ask to conserve water due to low water levels in the valley during the summer.
We're very conscientious about the amount of water we use.
Cowichan Tribes and its land department, Lalamechan, is warning people the conditions along the Coxsila River right now don't look good.
Flow levels along the Coxsila River are now sitting at critical lows, putting major stress on local fish populations. Cowichan Tribes says the river doesn't have headwater lakes or a weir to help regulate flow during hot, dry stretches, and they're urging everyone in the valley to cut back on non-essential water use for now.
While water levels are typically low in the river this time of year, the latest BC River Forecast Center data from August 19th shows stream flows are well below normal, only 46% of median, or less than half its historical flows for this time of the year. And the province's drought portal raised the river's water scarcity level rating today from moderate to high.
Not surprised at all. With a warning from the tribes.
Allison Nicholson is the Area E Director for the CVRD and a member of the Coxsila Watershed Group. Her greatest concerns revolve around forestry practices along the river.
You know, things are changing far faster than government processes and policies and regulations seem to be able to adapt, and the community is really challenged. Yeah, there's a lot of anger, a lot of denial, a lot of grief.
The Ministry of Water, Land and Resource Stewardship says it continues to closely monitor conditions on the river and that it's working with partners, including Cowichan Tribes, to develop a long-term sustainability plan for the Coxsila. Back at Adelaide Farms.
What else are you growing over here?
Oh, we have winter squash.
Elbrook has installed a rain well system to get her farm through the hot, dry summers. She doesn't directly pull from the Coxsila River, but her farming neighbors do.
Yeah, I really respect the farmers in the Coxsila watershed,
as they deal with another summer of low levels and continued concerns about the river's future.
A Port Alberni man has been given a 22-year sentence after being convicted of sexual interference involving people under the age of 14 and 16. Sean Pater was sentenced August 11th to 22 years in prison. He was convicted of 1 count of sexual interference involving a person under 14, 2 counts of sexual interference involving someone under 16, and 1 count of sexual assault. Crime Stoppers has released new photos and videos of a vehicle in Souk believed to be a vehicle of interest in the shooting of a dog last fall. It happened on October 19th in the 2500 block of Farmer Drive when 2 dogs were shot. 3-year-old Riptide survived, but 15-year-old Silo died. At the time, their owners told CHEK News they were devastated and confused why their dogs were targeted. Anyone with information on the vehicle, a 2008 to 2010 Toyota Corolla, its occupants or the shooting itself should contact Souk RCMP. 7 people arrested after police executed a search warrant in the 1500 block of Christmas Avenue in Saanich just after 8 this morning. The Greater Victoria Emergency Response Team and SPD officers seized a significant quantity of illicit drugs and several weapons, which police believe to be stolen. 6 people arrested in connection to the investigation, 1 person taken into custody on an unrelated outstanding warrant. With less than 2 months to go until the municipal election, new details tonight around who's running for mayor in Victoria. 2 former candidates are throwing their hat back in the ring, but it's going to be tough to unseat the incumbent. Here's Corey Sidaway.
Municipal election campaigns are daunting. you need a platform, money, and a good pair of running shoes to knock on a lot of doors. All the doors.
It's less than 2 months away, so I would think that it would be very difficult for someone to run a serious campaign.
Former Victoria Mayor Alan Lowe would know what it takes to run a successful campaign.
You need to be probably at least 6 months ahead.
With typically no big parties behind a candidate, developing a municipal campaign is slower, and there's not a lot of time left as candidate applications close in 3 weeks. That being said,
Victoria mayors never get acclaimed.
There's always a fight.
Nobody seems to be coming forward to go against the current mayor, so I decided I would take a second run.
Lyle Atkinson is making his second run at mayor after throwing his hat in the ring in 2022, receiving less than 1% of the vote.
I'm hoping to get a lead.
This year,
I own a small business. I'm a landlord, I'm a taxpayer, and I think it's time that Victoria got represented by just your common man.
Atkinson is campaigning on spending more on public safety enforcement, lower property taxes, and fewer bike lanes. Also throwing his name in the ring for mayor is Bruce McGeegan. The former professor and current consultant is set to formally announce his campaign at the end of next week. McGeegan previously ran for mayor in 2018 against Stephen Hammond and Lisa Helps before coming up fourth in the race with 8% of the vote.
She's a considerable incumbent.
They're all set up against Marianne Alto, seeking a second term in the mayor's seat, as well as an electorate that, for the last 2 elections, has voted left of center.
The voting public has given healthy margins to left of center candidates, Lisa Helps and Marianne Alto, about a 5,000 to 4,000 vote margin in elections going back some years now. It's going to be very difficult for, a low tax or business-minded or public safety-minded candidate to emerge.
Cutoff for council and mayoral candidates is September 11th.
Well, a secret garden of sorts has opened up in Nanaimo in a very unique spot. The space is behind a historic building in a troubled stretch of town, but it's being transformed into a family-friendly area for concerts and markets. Here's Sky Ryan.
Just beyond this busy downtown, Nanaimo's Victoria Crescent is a secret garden that for years has been hidden away behind the 2 oldest buildings in Nanaimo that are still in their original locations from the 1880s, a park that feels like stepping back in time.
It does feel like you've walked back in time. It's an amazing space with a lot of history and in a very important part of downtown Nanaimo.
For the first time, this space, now named the Backyard, is being opened up to the public, with these stairs built to accommodate a second exit for safety in order to host events, including concerts and markets.
It's a space that for many years wasn't utilized, but now with the support of my neighbors and friends and people in the creative communities of Nanaimo, we are transforming it.
It's unreal. Honestly, it's amazing to be a part of too. And
it's part of a grassroots-led effort by business owners to bring pride back to this city's core, to celebrate its history and huge heart that for years has been overshadowed by crime and social disorder.
The heart has always been here. There are people struggling. This is a reality, but it does not have to define a community. So together we are creating a space that is the opposite of that narrative.
And now, for the first time in years, every building along Victoria Crescent is occupied and businesses are open in them.
Which is amazing to see in the community.
Austin Sang opened his vintage shop here just months ago in the old Johnson's hardware store building that as a child he would shop at with his dad.
I always said, one day if I ever have the opportunity, I'm going to do something to wake up downtown Nanaimo, and I'm glad I actually came full circle 30 years later.
The Backyard will host a music and art event on August 29th, appropriately called Back to the Garden, as this gem that lay hidden for too long prepares to shine again.
Very cool. From a party in the backyard to a party on the pier. And that's where the Upside Guy's hanging out tonight, Jeffrey.
Yeah, we are. It's party in the back and party in the front, I think, out here.
That's party everywhere. And who's better to party with than Stu Young?
Absolutely.
And we're at the Pier Bistro, and you've been a part owner of this place for 23. You always amaze me with what you dabble in, but you built this building 23 years ago.
Yeah, we built it 23 years ago, and it's just been a great success. But you're in Sydney and on the water. Where else do you want to be, especially on a night like tonight? So, and Sydney is so welcoming. Their residents are great. They're big supporters of this restaurant. So
such a walkable city too, and people love walking down to the end
yeah.
of the pier, and the restaurant, you feel like you're almost in the water. That's how close you are.
Well, this is the closest restaurant on the on the water here. So, but it's great, and it's been so successful for us, and the community has welcomed us. It's been a great 23 years.
Yeah, but you got to have good food in order to do this, including the award-winning chowder. Yeah. Chef Corey does a great job here.
Yeah, no, all the staff are amazing, and they've always been great, and they look after the residents of Sydney too as well. They go out and above and beyond, to make sure that they look after them. And the food is absolutely, if you like seafood, this is the place to come. You're not going to get any closer to the ocean. We have whales that come by here on a regular basis. This is a fantastic place to come. And actually,
it's hard to believe when you look at what you can see. And I mean, as you can see whales going by. There's Mount Baker in the background. The food is delicious. You can kind of slap yourself. Where am I? It's sort of a dream almost. Yeah. Just before we get wrapped up here, you're exceptionally popular all over southern Vancouver Island, of course, too.
Worldwide, actually.
Worldwide. But so is this guy here. And I know we're a little early on this. Your birthday is Saturday.
Oh, yeah. It's his birthday.
So,
are you kidding?
Yeah, I got a little gift here that wanted to get you. So, so there it is. There's the birthday boy. There's the. You can wear that.
Boy.
It's a pin. Yeah. There it is.
In the birthday boy.
There we go.
Oh, the big turkey.
The big turkey.
Oh, it's just my favorite. That's all.
And for as long as I've been doing this show, you've been telling me night after night for my birthday, I'd just like to get a stripper just once. And so here we go. This one, that will take the paint off like no other. Yeah. There you go.
All right.
So there you have it. Happy birthday.
Back to you, Stu.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah. Good job, Ed. Good job.
Thanks, Eddie.
And thank you guys for coming out. This is amazing. What you guys do, everybody supports what you're doing. You get out in the community and you see what's going on. So we appreciate it.
There's 8 slices of the big turkey. Get one of them for my birthday. Coming up. All right. Thanks, Stu.
All right. Good stuff. Hey, Jeff, do you like the birthday present?
I love the birthday present. My sons couldn't believe that this was my favorite chocolate bar. But of course, that, and then of course, I have been asking for a stripper for quite a while.
There we go. Well, now that you like it, I can say I went halfers on it with Ed, but I wasn't going to say it.
Oh, did you?
Thanks,
Okay.
Paul.
I wasn't going to pay him until then. All right, happy birthday. We'll check it again very soon. Coming up, a small plane forced to make an emergency landing on a BC highway. Plus,
should be able to deliver a significant quantity to the Pacific Northwest.
fighting with foam, how a BC plant is using logging debris to replace plastic packaging.
Canadian dollar was up 1/5 of a cent to 72.54 US. The TSX fell 36 points. The Dow plunged nearly 704. The Nasdaq in the red nearly 264. Gold gained 26.10 an ounce, and oil added 244 to 86.83 a barrel.
An empty nest can be tough. And again, out with the old and in with a lot of new.
That's right, Eddie. Win big with the Empty Nest Exchange Contest.
Upgrade your pots, pans, and so much more thanks to Whisk Victoria.
Fill your fridge with groceries from the Old Farm Market and prepared meals from Refire Kitchen.
And take that trip you've put off because Adventure Clothing is giving away beautiful new luggage.
No kids? No problem.
Anyone can win the Empty Nest Exchange. Enter at checknews.ca.
The winner will be announced September 8th live on the Upside during CHEK News.
It's never been better to buy early. Get your BC Children's Hospital Dream Lottery tickets now for 88 early prize draws, including our $70,000 appreciation bonus. Deadline midnight, August 21st. Order today at bcchildren.com.
This weekend at the Brick for 4 days, get incredible deals from every department. Save $1,000 on this genuine leather reclining sofa. It's just $9.99. Get back to class in style with this modern desk featuring built-in charging ports. Only $269. English washer and dryer exclusive to the Brick, just $9.99. And patio clearance is on now. This 4-piece outdoor set is only $4.98. Plus, get free local delivery on all patio. The Brick, saving you more.
Closed captioning of this CHEK program is brought to you by Mac Reno Design Build. Update your life with Mac. Custom high-quality design build renovations in Victoria since 1980.
When local news matters the most, CHEK now sends updates right to your inbox. Local news, local events, local people, 7 days a week. Subscribe on checknews.ca. Proudly supported by Bathfitter. Book your free consultation at bathfitter.com.
One person is dead after a small plane made an emergency landing on a busy road near Prince George this afternoon. RCMP say it happened just after 2 on Foothills Boulevard. Police say 2 vehicles also involved, and the person who died was inside one of the cars. No word on any other injuries or why the plane was forced to make an emergency landing. The TSB now investigating. The Bald Range wildfire near Summerland is now more than 24,000 hectares in size. BC Wildfire says hot, dry conditions led to an increased fire activity over the last 24 hours, and the fact the fire is burning on tough terrain means it's likely to keep growing. There's 122 active wildfires in the province right now, including 20 burning on the island, 7 of which remain out of control. They are not near any properties or communities. Well, a plant in Vancouver is turning logging waste and forest debris into an eco-friendly alternative to plastic packaging. Here's John Hernandez.
These are the ones that came from the shavings, from the sawmills.
UBC researcher Yale Zhu has spent years perfecting how to turn this wood waste into a substitute for plastic packaging.
This product, we made it from their low-value pulp, wood fibers, and forestry residues. What we are trying to do is that we want to extract the majority, the value out of it.
The wood waste comes from different parts of BC's forestry sector. It's brought to this East Vancouver plant where it's mixed a soupy mix of wood waste gets dumped into this custom machine and comes out looking like a pulpy cake. That's then slid into a giant oven and baked. The end product, wood foam that can be used in packaging and even building insulation.
Every tree that gets harvested, 30% of the feedstock does not get utilized. If we could even take a fraction of that and then replace everyday existing products that are made of plastics or very carbon intensive products, I feel like that's a big deal, right? Especially when we have materials just sitting in the forest.
These processors believe projects like this are one way to make use of forest debris that fuel wildfires across BC. This plant can produce about 200 kilograms a day. Plans are to expand to a facility in Burns Lake, where they'll make 1,000 tons per year.
And then we'll move on to what we're thinking should be able to deliver a significant quantity to the Pacific Northwest.
Daichen Foam is owned by the Wet'suwet'en First Nation, which has been recruiting Indigenous staff to help run it.
Now we're here a year and a half later and, can't see myself anywhere else.
Expansion seemingly on the horizon for this modest plant, which hopes to eventually sell wood foam for the same price as its plastic competition.
Well, since breaking ground in April, construction for Langford's new Community Arts and Culture Childcare Centre is moving quickly. As Eden Chipperfield reports, the construction will be the first of its kind in Canada.
This construction site is the future home of a new community arts and cultural childcare centre in Langford on Glen Lake Road.
Daycare is going to be on the bottom, the arts centre on the top. And this is going to be a great asset for the public.
The project first broke ground in April and is already making significant progress towards its projected opening scheduled for spring 2027.
What we're seeing here today is the second floor of the City of Langford's childcare and arts centre being installed. So the first level was installed last week. Took 2 days to put all of the modules in place for last week.
What makes this project unique is how it's being built. Volumetric mass timber uses prefabricated modular units complete with doors and windows that arrive on site ready to be stacked like blocks.
This is the first of its kind commercial building in North America. This is wood from BC, made in BC. 2 weeks ago, there was nothing here. A week ago, there was some base units. And today, we now have these 2 stories sitting here of a building that's going to be opened in 6-7 months.
When completed, the facility will have 49 childcare spaces for kids up to 5 years old. The center will also include a pottery studio, art room, dance studio, and music room. The modular construction doesn't only mean it will go up faster, but will reduce waste and lower costs.
All of the detail that you see in the buildings, the cabinets, the lighting, and the plumbing, and all of the HVAC in these buildings, all has to be really thought through because of the modular approach. But once you get that, and the manufacturer can build it in the factory, then all of that thinking is done.
The $10.6 million project is being funded by all 3 levels of government. Once open, it will be run by West Shore Parks and Recreation.
I'm Ed Bain. Your full island forecast is coming up. But first, here's a look at weather around the world. Cloudy and 17 for Cape Town, South Africa today. Over in the UK, London had a few showers and 22. And sunny and warm again for Rome at 33 degrees.
Weather around the world is brought to you by Comm Sense Cabinets. Designed for your space, built for your life.
We don't play hockey. We sell cars.
Welcome to the all-new Victoria Hyundai, Canada's newest and biggest Hyundai dealership. Over 1,000 new and used vehicles on site. The island's best selection of EVs, 20 service bays, an express lane for oil changes. We've got you covered. Plus, the all-new Victoria Genesis store, where luxury and experience come together.
The Cott family invites you down to Canada's largest Hyundai facility, now in Langford. Victoria Hyundai, we sell cars.
Now is a great time to help you set goals to help you reach financial success.
Maybe you want to reach that success by making a few updates to your home.
Or anything else you've been dreaming of accomplishing.
A Capital Direct FlexiLine can get you there.
How would you use $80,000, $280,000, or even $2.8 million?
For your best financial health, choose FlexiLine Fitness from Capital Direct.
Call us today.
CapitalDirect.ca.
Feel right at home with the Comfort Group.
Whether it's cold or hot outside, you need comfort inside. From Victoria to Campbell River, the Comfort Group is the name homeowners trust for total home comfort. Delivering heating and cooling built for the island climate, the Comfort Group is your local heat pump expert. Heating, cooling, and electrical. Trusted comfort for every home, for every season. The Comfort Group.
It's the final Monster Truck Weekend of 2026 at Saratoga Speedway. The Help Village Dream Foundation presents the Malicious Monster Truck Tour August 22nd to the 23rd. 3 car-crushing shows for the whole family. Tickets available at SaratogaRacing.ca. Saratoga Speedway, Vancouver Island's home of speed.
Lucky Leon's is back. Everyone's a winner. Over $10 million worth of prizes and discounts available to be won. Win $5,000 in home furnishing makeover. Win furniture, mattress, and appliance giveaways. Sign up today. Leon's, now that's comfortable.
Experience BC's best whale watching with Prince of Wales. Explore the wonders of the natural world with family and friends in Victoria, Vancouver, and Telegraph Cove. Book now at princeofwales.com.
To support MS Canada, you could do this. Or eat a teen burger. Join us August 20th, where $2 from every teen burger helps beat MS.
The fun never stops at Wheel. You got it! It's a call!
You're a millionaire!
Wheel of Fortune, Monday to Saturday at 7 on CHEK. This CHEK program is brought to you in part by Bathfitter. Book your free consultation at bathfitter.com.
Well, when the weather heats up, we all need to cool down. Not so easy, though, when you're an elephant. So with temperatures in the mid-30s this week, Miami firefighters popped by a local zoo to shower a pair of Asian elephants. The fire crews let some members of the public give it a try as well. Turns out the water also gives the elephants mental stimulation. Very cool. I want to get sprayed like that. Maybe I shouldn't go there. Let's turn things over to Mr. Ed Bain. Ed, it is National Radio Day today, so shout out to you and all the amazing radio colleagues and talent we have in this city.
Yeah, well, as many of us are left.
Yeah,
I guess we could say that as well. Yeah, National Radio Day, I noticed that today. So, right, it's been a great career for me for a lot of years, over 52 years, I think, since I first got on the air back in '74. So it's been a dream come true job for me, as has this one as well. So I was going to say, if you're tired of mental stimulation, then hang on. The upside is coming up here, and that'll free you of that. But thanks, Paul. Yeah, happy National Radio Day to all my radio friends today. Well, here we are at Pier Bistro outside in Sydney. Just a beautiful night tonight. 21 degrees here still. Sky is clear. We've got high pressure kind of locking in here for us. So we'll show you the futurecast, which will feature that high pressure ridge that's doing the job, but also a low pressure system that's kind of starting to bump up here from the south. And that will change things for us in the next couple of days here. So we've got the ridge flattening, that low sort of bumping up, and the combination will be more cloud. It'll be cooler air is coming down from the north as well, and possible showers by the late part of the weekend. Even a periods of rain forecast showing up in the weekend for the east section. So we'll talk about that as we get to that point. But in the meantime, we have a stunning day ahead of us for tomorrow. 26 to 31 degree highs on the way for us tomorrow. So another great sunny, hot, warm summer day, particularly for the Alberni Valley. Let's go to the North Island first off and enjoy the 11 degree night tonight up there. Some fog overnight, but it's going to be a beautiful night tonight on the northern tip, and a beautiful day tomorrow. Once the fog burns off, you should see about a 19 degree high there, as warm as 28 for Sayward on Friday. On to the west side now, clear and down to 11 for Tofino, 13 under clear sky for the Alberni Valley, and there's that heat coming in tomorrow. 31 will feel like 35 with the humidity factored in for the Alberni Valley, about 21 for Tofino and Ucluelet, and mainly sunshine ahead for Friday there, so a beautiful day out on the west coast there. East Island, clear and 13 tonight, mostly clear and 28 tomorrow. And again, humidity makes that feel like about 33. So a hot day tomorrow for the east, hot day for Nanaimo, Ladysmith, and Duncan as well. They'll move to 30, and that should feel like about 35 as well with the humidity. So we got some heat coming before the change up on the weekend. Down to the southern tip here, Greater Victoria, Sydney, Salt Spring, 13 tonight under a clear sky. As we said, we're still maintaining about 21 here down at the pier in Sydney, about 26 for tomorrow's high. Some increasing cloud tomorrow afternoon. That'll be the beginning of the change, and then 26 will feel like about 31 with the humidity for us. Should be around 30 over on Salt Spring Island tomorrow. Now to the BC map, where the smoke issues and the yellow air quality warnings continue for the Okanagan, Campbell River, Kelowna at 35 tomorrow with smoke issues there. So a yellow air quality warning for Kelowna. Same for Kamloops. They'll be as hot as 38 for tomorrow's high. About 30 up in Prince George, 24 for Vancouver, but out in the valley closer to 30. 34 for Cranbrook for tomorrow, and a yellow air quality warning exists there for the Kootenays as well. Into the cross Canada map we go, with temperatures in the high 20s for both Edmonton and Calgary. Full sunshine for Calgary, Saskatoon, Regina in the sunshine as well. Mid-20s there. Winnipeg with a possible thunder shower at 25. Low 20s in a mix for Thunder Bay. And then sunshine in great amounts here for Toronto, Ottawa, and Montreal, all in the mid-20s there. Halifax gets to 28, and a 23-degree day for St. John's. All right, here's the extended look. So the North Island, you're into a mix for Friday, and then the cloud cover and the cooler air starts to drift in here. So we're seeing dry days for the weekend, but showers likely for the start of next week at 60%. Temperatures will stay around 16 and 17 for highs, 11s for lows. Central Island, it's a mainly sunny Friday at 28 degrees. Showers at 40% likelihood for Saturday, and there it is, a periods of rain forecast for the Central Island for Sunday, a high only of 20. It's almost hard to remember the last time we had a periods of rain forecast. Low 20s for Monday, same for Tuesday and Wednesday, all those days in a mix of sun and cloud. Now for the South Island, we're going to be warm again tomorrow, so 26 degrees, but increasing cloud comes in late Friday and into Saturday. So we're dry but cloudy and a lot cooler Saturday at 20 for the high, only 18 for Sunday's high, and the shower chance pretty solid, 60% for the end of the weekend. But we start next week again with a nice mix of sun and cloud. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday will all be in the low 20s.
All right, here are the remainder of we had a big list here tonight of anniversaries and birthdays for our celebration tonight for Country Grocers. So here they come. We have a 60th wedding anniversary here for Ernie and Brigitta Luchka in Port Alberni. So congratulations to them. And congratulations to Doug and Ainsley Thompson on their 60 years up in Duncan. And I'm sure we'd remember Michaela Pereira, who, of course, was the original host of CHEK around here many years ago. That's her mom and dad. Bill and Dale Marshall also celebrating 60 years in Qualicum Beach today, and a 60th anniversary for Bob and Kathy McInnes up in Parksville. Anniversary for Amanda and Neil Egan on their 60th in Qualicum Beach. And also a anniversary, but 65 years together for Leo and Tabitha Williams in Victoria. Anniversary number 71. How about that? That's Trudy and Leo's celebration. The Lamoths up in Courtenay are celebrating 71 years together today. So congratulations to Trudy and Leo. And now some birthdays here. Reg Teeny, happy 90th to Reg. He lives right here in beautiful Sydney by the Sea. And Joyce Craigie turning 90 as well. Joyce is up in Nanaimo. And two more on the list here tonight. Lorraine Ash, happy 91st to you, Lorraine, in Saanich. And Clarice Stewart in Victoria. We hope it's been a great 94th birthday for you. And that concludes what I believe would be 22 celebration lists here tonight between the 5 and the 6 o'clock newscast. So I think I'll go sit down and maybe have a refreshing drink after all that celebrating that I've had to do here tonight, Paul.
I love it. Yeah, take a breath, get a beer, and you'll be back for the upside in just a couple of minutes. Talk soon. Thanks, Eddie. Coming up, a mini Evel Knievel is tonight's Smile of the Day. Plus,
this is not GPS drift. This is not tangential issues. This is mapping.
Running in circles, the nightmare that's playing out for organizers of the Edmonton Marathon. That's ahead.
The Real Estate Report is presented by Rennie. Make confident real estate decisions with real-time intelligence. Trusted throughout British Columbia.
Median days on market for homes sold in the last 7 days was 43 in Greater Victoria versus 36 on the rest of Vancouver Island.
Do you want this? Do you need it? Are you gonna buy it?
Did I peak in high school? Damn, this is good. No, I'm still peaking. Oatmeal Crisp Protein with 15 grams of protein with milk.
Hi, I'm the Sun, and my friends at Shift installed solar panels for Lisa here.
And I paid $0 for electricity on my last power bill.
Jump high five? When you think solar, think Shift. Get your free quote today.
Galaxy Motors. If your credit's not the best, Galaxy Motors, we're different from the rest. Friendly, helpful people, doing all they can, cutting through the paperwork and working out a plan. Galaxy Motors, your job is all you need. Galaxy Motors, your credit's guaranteed. Come and lose those credit blues, we've got the cure. Galaxy Motors, the credit you deserve.
Are you ready to take control of your finances, eliminate money stress, and achieve your financial goals? Introducing FinFit 90, a 12-week financial boot camp designed to transform your financial life. In just 90 days, you'll learn how to increase cash flow, pay off debt, build wealth, invest wisely, achieve lofty goals, and provide security for your family. There's no shortage of financial information out there. Just ask Google or AI. But how do you know what's credible? How do you know what's relevant to you? Are you even asking the right questions? And most importantly, are you taking action? The Wealthy Life created FinFit 90 to solve these challenges by providing reliable, expert-backed content and converting knowledge into action so you get real results. Join FinFit 90 today and start your journey to financial freedom.
The Digital Commerce Group Open is coming to Uplands Golf Club. Experience PGA Tour America's action, VIP hospitality, and the Pro-Ams, with proceeds supporting Easter Seals BC and Yukon. Visit dcgopen.ca.
This season on Cooking on the Coast, we're serving up the dishes you know and love with a fresh new spin.
Things are getting deliciously out of hand right now.
From comforting favorites to familiar flavors reimagined, Chef Heidi Fink is sharing her techniques that'll make every meal worth craving.
Oh, yeah.
It's craveable classics, your go-to favorites with a modern twist. Cooking on the Coast is brought to you by Country Grocer, Vancouver Island owned and operated since 1984. All new Cooking on the Coast, premiering September 5th on CHEK. The Upside is brought to you by IBEW Local 230.
Upside time. When I played junior hockey out on the peninsula, we used to love going out for drinks in Sydney. We'd say, forget Disneyland, we got Sydneyland, because there's always so many good spots to choose from. And you found another one tonight, Jeff.
Yeah, you know what? I was here years ago, rode our bikes out here, my wife and I, and we stopped and had a lovely lunch here, but it's been years since I've been back, but I will be coming back again soon. Yeah, we're at the Pier Bistro in Sydney, and the food is fantastic, but even better than the view is the staff, and Tanis and Peyton and Lyra join us now. Tanis is the veteran here.
Yeah.
You've been here a few seasons.
To say the least. Yeah, absolutely.
So 13 years for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk about that.
I mean, I absolutely love my job. We have incredible customers. The Sydney people, you don't get any better. We get people from Victoria, all over the world. And I think they're so happy to come here and have this view. Yeah. And the food's amazing. And we really try and give everybody an experience. That's kind of our goal. Yeah. And yeah, I love that. It's very gratifying. It's just, I mean, it's not hard when you have all the other things and it just comes together, I feel like,
And what do you love about it, Peyton?
Oh, I just love that it's, first of all, on the water. The other day I saw a huge orca right in front of the shop, which was insane. Yeah. And yeah, the customers, Sydney, I've always loved Sydney. I think it's like so cute. But yeah, the vibe here is really nice, and the staff, they're my favorite people, so it works out.
You love it enough to drive from your home in Machosin to here every day.
I've learned the good times to leave and go home, though, so I've kind of hacked the system a little bit.
Hard-hitting question now for Lyra. Something dig deep
something
here.
very deep and personal.
CNN.
Let me have
I can see her panicking already. Don't worry, there's nothing deep or personal about us at all. But so nice to see you here as well. One of the great smiling staff. Now we've got all the food out here. And I know, of course, you all sample the food so that you can be experienced to talk about it.
So we can sell it the best we can.
Yeah. And what would be your favorite here? I love the fish and chips, and the halibut is where I like to
Halibut
go.
is so special. I really love the Thai salad and crab cakes is one of my favorites. There's a gorgeous halibut salad, and some of our halibut dinners are really fantastic as well. But honestly, everything's good, and that's what I tell people when they're like, well, what do I choose? And I said, you're not going to make a wrong choice. You know, everything's going to be fantastic.
What is the big choice? Is it the chowders? You're legendary.
Award-winning chowder, and it is fantastic. We have people come from far and wide to have their chowder. It's really
Peyton,
great.
you meet people from all over the world. I mean, name some countries you met. I mean, from everywhere, I'm sure.
Oh, I black out a lot.
So does Eddie. So does Eddie.
Not just me.
I forget like very easily, but like I always have people a lot from Washington all the time. They're here, and when they ask me like, what am I looking at? I'm like, I don't really know. Like, let's call Google. Like, I'm not sure. But just everywhere. I can't think right now, but like just a lot of times they aren't even from here. I'm like, oh, like how did you pick this place? Australia and England and all over the world. People come from Europe. We've got a lot of German customers. We've got a lot of people from pretty much everywhere.
So I mean, from people from around the world, you can just turn around and say, that's Derrick Island.
Exactly. I might start lying.
Okay, I want to end with this because, and Tanis, I'll start with you because you've worked here for 13 years, and I know Ed Bain's a pretty big deal. Any other famous people that have come down here that you've met over the years, or just Ed?
It's pretty much just Ed.
Yeah. Boy,
I mean,
he's
a big deal, though. That's like, we got to get a picture and put him on the wall. I mean, this is...
God help you that somebody, if some note comes in here soon, because if that's it... Wow.
All right, so invite people down. Invite especially the locals that have not been here before.
Absolutely. I think there's a lot of people, even in Sydney, that don't even know we're here. It's a hidden gem, and it doesn't really look like what it does from back there. You come in and you don't really think it's as big as a restaurant as it is.
Right.
And yeah, I think there's so many people that don't know we're here, and I hope they come and you know, try us out and enjoy everything and give them an experience and have a great time.
And Lyra, what's the best time to leave Metchosin for the people in Metchosin watching that may want to come down here?
About 2.5 hours, kind of thing.
Make a day out of it then.
Take a journey, but it's so worth it. You know, it's a beautiful spot to be.
It really is. Yeah.
It's worth it for sure. Stick around. Don't leave, because we're going to get the whole staff in here. But first, tonight's Smile of the Day.
Yeah, okay.
Smile of the Day, brought to you by Dr. Ross Crapo and Associates.
If we haven't met you yet, we're just a phone call away. If we can help, we'd like to.
Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm.
For tonight's Smile, let's call this one the origin story of Evel Knievel. This dad helping his young son get some big air off a ramp in the front yard. And let's be honest, these are the summer memories that stick with us forever. And that is tonight's Smile of the Day. Speaking of memories, what a great crew you guys have got there.
Look at this. Look at this. This is now we're live. Yes, now we're live. Keep the swearing to a minimum back here.
This is the great staff here. This is their newest staff member in the white shirt here. He's on the bubble. We're not sure when he's going to make it, but
we got him in the dish pit. We got him in the dish pit right now. But Donna May, who didn't want to really be on camera, one of the co-owners, you've been here for 23 years. Brag about your staff quickly.
My staff is fabulous. Most people stay when they come here. They stay here for quite a while. It's a great place to work. I mean, look at where we're at.
Yeah.
And the food is great. It's been just a great ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Donna May wins best blouse of the night. Sorry, Jeff.
Sorry. Well, you know what? That was ignorant.
And on his birthday, no less, I did that to him. All right.
Oh, wow.
Eek.
Second place again.
Come
Good
see
stuff
us.
tonight, guys.
Yeah.
We'll check it again soon.
Thank you to CHEK 6.
Coming up, a running robot goes rogue in Beijing. Plus,
As here's McDougall, and no one's in.
make the final. The Victoria Junior Shamrocks one step closer to a Minto Cup.
It's never been better to buy early. Get your BC Children's Hospital Dream Lottery tickets now for your chance to get in on 88 early prize draws. Our appreciation reward has $50,000 in luxury travel. Or choose a Toyota RAV4 hybrid or $50,000 cash. Plus, there's thousands in groceries or getaway prizes and our $3 million grand prize. Appreciation reward deadline, midnight Friday. Order online at bcchildren.com and help make kids mighty.
Hi folks, fires at the Heartland landfill are on the rise, and lithium-ion batteries are a major cause. When tossed in the garbage or blue box, these batteries can ignite, putting workers and emergency crews at risk. Prevent the next fire. Drop off batteries for free at the Heartland Depot or find a location near you. crd.ca/whatgoeswhere.
Duradeck. Rain or shine, we've got you covered.
It's time to think outside the box about your next mattress purchase. You can't stuff a high-quality mattress into a box. High-quality foam is way too dense to compress that way.
We invite you to come in and try out your mattress first.
We customize our foam mattresses to your comfort to create the perfect tailor-made flippable mattress that will support you for years of great sleep. Then we deliver it full size because a real mattress comes in a truck, not a box. At McGeechee's, we know foam.
I am the power of attorney for my friend Janine, and being at a distance has been a challenge, and having Care and Company there gives me daily reports, and it was a real godsend for us. Consistency of space and of people that knows her history, that has talked to her about her family, that knows that she loves chocolate chip cookies. It's worth $1 million to her. So it allows me to go and be there and just be her friend.
Explosions, high-flying stunts, and three angels who never miss their mark. Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, and Lucy Liu star in Charlie's Angels.
That's kicking your...
Friday at 8 on CHEK.
Donnie Dolly returns. We got a lot to talk about. Get the podcast or watch live on CHEK and CHEK Plus.
Weekdays at 10 a.m. starting September 8th.
Great crowd on hand last night as the Victoria Shamrocks hosted the Coquitlam Adirondacks for Game 3 of the WLA Final. Series tied 1-1 heading into this one. Back and forth battle last night. Both teams showing off some firepower. It was 4-4 after 2, but Coquitlam scored the only goal of the third en route to a 5-4 win. The Adirondacks take a 2-1 series lead. It was their goalie, Christian Del Bianco, who stole the show, stopping 55 of 59 shots. Game 4 goes tomorrow night in Coquitlam.
In fact, as Alex will be the in-home, as here's McDougall, and no one's in.
Meantime, much better news for the Victoria Junior Shamrocks playing in the semifinal of the Minto Cup in Calgary last night. The Junior Shammies incredible in the game, taking it to Calgary by a 9-2 final, scoring at will. And with that, the Junior Rocks advance to the Minto Cup final, which is now a best-of-3 championship series where they're going to be facing the tournament host, Calgary Raiders. Game 1 goes tomorrow. Victoria looking to win its 4th Minto Cup and first since 1988. It's been a very tough week for organizers of the Edmonton Marathon. On Sunday, runners said the course was too long, which the race committee denied. On Tuesday, they admitted the course was measured wrong and was in fact too long, so they adjusted the race times. But now those race times aren't being accepted.
Even during the races on Sunday, some runners started wondering if the measurement was off.
So I was doing math and I was like, as much math as I could do anyways running. And I'm like, I've got to pick up my speed because this course is off a kilometer.
And it wasn't just amateur runners raising these concerns. Elite runners in the half marathon told me they were convinced they ran farther. And some told their social media followers as much. One day after the race director, Tom Keogh, responded. He said the courses were measured accurately and confirmed on race day. And Athletics Canada, the national governing body for the sport, said it was confident with the courses too. That didn't sit so well with runners, who continued to scrutinize the race results, using GPS data and the course certificates.
This is not GPS drift. This is not tangential issues. This is mapping.
One person even sent me an analysis report he made using artificial intelligence. Runners care deeply about this because a course that's off by even a little bit can affect whether you run a personal best or qualify for races with time standards, like the Boston Marathon. On Tuesday, the race organizer admitted a math error led to courses being too long. Due to construction here in the West End, there was a detour added to the course. The turnaround point was moved farther back to account for it, but not nearly enough, since runners ran this detour twice. The mistake meant nearly 700 meters were added to the half and full marathon courses. Calgary runner Mitch Walls had hoped to run the marathon under 3 hours to qualify for Boston.
It was a dream. It was an obsession of mine. And the fact that felt taken away from me, not due to me not performing, because I did perform in any way, every way, shape, or form. That one still hurts.
The Boston Athletic Association says they will not accept adjusted times, meaning Walls would have to run another marathon to qualify. The race director says they will review course certification in advance and ensure this doesn't happen again.
Still with running, kind of. A robot training for the humanoid robot games in Beijing got a little out of control on the track. The robot running into a barrier, falling backwards, and then sparking. We, of course, will be right back.
Looking for smoother skin, suppler joints, and stronger muscles? CanPrev's line of collagen peptides are formulated to target collagen production wherever you need it the most, from head to toe. Available at lifestyle markets. Dedicated to wellness in our community.
Lucky Leon's is back. Everyone's a winner. Over $10 million worth of prizes and discounts available to be won. Win $5,000 in home furnishing makeover. Win furniture, mattress, and appliance giveaways. Sign up today. Leon's, now that's comfortable.
At NatureBee, we believe one small change can have a big impact. We are a female-owned Vancouver Island business creating high-quality, low-waste cleaning essentials that make sustainable living simple. NatureBee, better for your home, better for our planet. Make the switch today.
Cooper Pacific offers a personal approach to investing with long-term stability.
Our funds provide you with income and growth while supporting local development.
Backed by generations of experience and a strong commitment to the islands.
Visit cooperpacific.ca.
Van Isle Windows has earned the trust of homeowners across the island by manufacturing and installing windows and doors through a proven process built on decades of experience. Our seamless 5-step approach from in-home consultation to final installation ensures every detail is handled with expertise and precision from start to finish. The result is a stress-free experience that enhances your home's comfort and value. Van Isle Windows, made with pride on the island for the island.
Ah, the classic globe. You know that these are just the government's way of hiding that the Earth is flat.
Fact-checked.
Sorry? What?
I fact-checked you because you were spreading misinformation. And this is why we need credible news sources who fact-check things like this.
Okay. Thanks.
Kinda flattened you there.
The new Red Bull Dragonberry Energizer, made with freeze-dried dragon fruit and an electric burst of flavor. All new Red Bull Energizers, now exclusively at McDonald's.
Relax. Duradex got you covered.
Kids, one year they want all dinosaur stuff. The next, camels.
Llamas.
Llamas. So save money shopping back to school on Amazon. You sure that's not a camel?
Yep.
Whatever you say.
I know, I should have announced myself. Eugene Levy, I'm your sleep daddy, and I'm here to help you get serious about sleep. Never sacrifice bedtime for party time. You have to lighten up with the doom scrolling. Even avatars need unplugging, dude. Get serious about sleep at Sleep Country.
This CHEK program is brought to you in part by the real rug washers at loverrug.com. Fall in love with your rug all over again.
Finally tonight, the PNE officially opened Saturday, and with so many island families making the trip, here's a preview of what to expect.
From concerts and shows, activities and exhibits, there's plenty to do at the PNE Fair.
So after 116 years, you probably have a vision of what the fair is. I guarantee, if you're curious and you try something new, we will surprise you.
One of those surprises, meet Snap, Crackle, and Pop, members of the Super Dogs, which got their start here at the PNE. They've since been busy performing across North America, even on Broadway.
We have one goal: show people how much fun it is to own a dog, play with their dog, love their dog, and communicate with their dog.
The Super Dogs are marking their 50th anniversary this weekend with a show called Fairy Tales. Speaking of fairy tales, over at the Pacific Coliseum, The Wizard of Oz on ice.
I'm actually from Kansas, so we did a traveling show within the States, but this is my first time portraying Dorothy.
You'll also hear from the BC Military Tattoo, a military marching band. Opening on Saturday, the Peony Fair is a homecoming for some. Like the West Coast Lumberjack Show.
We have lots of action, lots of jokes for the family, tree climbing, log rolling, axe throwing, wood chopping. We've been absent from the fair for a number of years. We're often a favorite here, so it's great to be back.
The Peony Fair opens August 22nd and runs until September 7th.
Always good grub there as well, and today is National Bacon Lovers Day. Andy Neal's got your next newscast at 10. Wheel of Fortune is up next. Good night.
Paddling along the Gorge Waterway. This isn't your typical dragon boat team.
Can somebody go in front?
Bill Cox is a two-time stroke survivor.
Stroke survivors suffer marginalization.
But as a member of the new A Stroke Ahead dragon boat team for people recovering from strokes, Bill feels like he belongs.
We build our confidence. We feel more capable of taking on challenges. And once you start doing that, you start feeling better about yourself.
Believed to be the first stroke para team in Canada, A Stroke Ahead is already making a big splash.
We can all do this, and there's no stigma saying they cannot do it. And that's the big part. I think as a community is what it's all about.
Vital People is brought to you in part by the Victoria Foundation, connecting people who care with causes that matter.